another Friday wellness tip. So let me give you a situation, an example. You're either stressed or depressed, maybe a combination of the two, and you want to improve your mood. You want to improve it quickly. Suddenly you find yourself in front of the computer and you suddenly need a face steamer. Or better yet, you buy your 10th glass water bottle. Because apparently this glass water bottle is somehow different from the 9 other glass water bottles collecting dust in your cabinet. Or suddenly you need that 13th eyeshadow palette because this eyeshadow palette has one shade that you want to use to copy one makeup tutorial on the internet that you might not even repeat in the future. So suddenly these wants are needs. At least that's how you justify it in your head. And then by the end of the month, your checking account is collecting tumbleweeds. Now, what do you do to stop this? What do you do to stop being so broke at the end of the month? Well, for the health of your wallet, I recommend you do the no buy challenge. Now, you can do either a no buy challenge or the low buy challenge. Basically, the no buy challenge is where you cut down to only spending on the essentials, like groceries, the electric bill, your car payments, things like that. Meanwhile, the low buy challenge is a little bit more roomy, but you still have to cut down to spending mainly on your essentials. Like you can limit yourself to one makeup product a month, or you can buy food outside of your house like twice a month only. Like I said, it's a little more roomy to play around with the low buy challenge, but you still have to be limited in what you spend and have your own rules. So whether you do the no buy or low buy, I recommend you just sit down, look at what you've been spending most money on, and see if you can cut that out. So I'll go ahead and share with you what my own low buy challenge is. Mind you, you don't have to copy every single thing I do. This is more for inspiration than anything. So my low buy challenge was essentially don't buy any clothes or jewelry or shoes unless you're replacing something that got damaged. No new clothes, no new jewelry, no new shoes. And like I said, not unless I need to replace a damaged item. For my low buy challenge, I also unsubscribed and stopped canceling. I canceled all my subscriptions that I no longer used, or hardly ever used for that matter. Another rule I had to make was if I were to eat out, it would only be twice a week, and one meal had to be on a weekday and the other meal had to be on a weekend. I could only eat one going out meal during the week and one going out meal during the weekend. I couldn't move, let's say I skipped out on the weekday meal, I could not put it into my weekend. It had to be one in this area and one the other. No tweaking that around. Another thing is don't buy new media. Yes, that includes books. But you want to read new books. You want to, you want to save money, but you want to read books. Now, what could work where you can get free books? If only there was a place that would let you have free books. Do you guys know a place where you get free books? support your local libraries. I also went ahead and stopped buying Starbucks every week. I would either go cold turkey the entire month, or I would just buy only once or twice a month. Really, this challenge is for you to know your own yourself and what you can handle. Now this one hurt. Basically, I could not buy any new makeup products, any new skincare products. Now the only exception the only exception to this rule was to buy products that need to be replaced, products that I already emptied. So yeah, no new makeup, no new skincare. You can handle it. It feels like death, but you know, your wallet's gonna be alive at the end of this month, so give or take. And my last rule for my low buy challenge was no new art supplies and no new stationery. Basically, this challenge had me really use up what I already had. That was actually one advantage to doing this. The other advantage was obviously saving a good amount of money. And third, it kind of helped me realize what I wanted wasn't necessarily what I needed. It made me a little more, how do you say, a little more aware of my spending habits and what I could afford and not afford to give money to. So I recommend you sit down, write down all the wants you spend a lot of money on. And I also want you to really think about any possible loopholes to include in that list, so that way you don't try to wrangle yourself out of the challenge. Like, don't do that to yourself. Don't, and then end up frustrated at the end of the month because you're like, I tried the challenge and I still spent so much money. Like, don't be easy on yourself. Like, I'm not saying feel guilty, but I am saying hold yourself accountable. And I feel like another advantage of this challenge is that you really learn how to discipline yourself. So I've mentioned before, but I did this challenge for a month. I know people that have done it longer, like perhaps a semester, even a year's worth. It's really up to you with how long you want to do this. If you want, I'd say start out with just the month and then see where that takes you. I swear by the end of the month, you'll be surprised by how much money you saved. And it will help you be a little more strategic in your spending habits, which will lead to a healthier mindset. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the McAllen Library YouTube channel, where people and ideas meet and connect. Also, before we go, I do have a recommendation if you want to go a little deeper into your spending habits and how other people spend their money. A great way of doing this is by listening to the podcast Bad with Money with Gabby Dunn. Gabby Dunn basically goes into financial spending, and she does it through a feminist, queer lens. She had a great episode on shopping addicts. She also did a really good one on Native American tribes and their funding, how that all works. It's very eye-opening, and I recommend you check it out.